afternoon and welcome. My name is Leo Roy. I'm your DCR Commissioner and very pleased to welcome you here to this Summer Nights kickoff this afternoon. We're all going to talk very fast because we're trying to avoid those raindrops that are on the horizon. As many of you know, the DCR manages on behalf of all of you, the citizens of Massachusetts, some 500,000 acres of parks and forests, beaches. We also operate skating rinks and swimming pools, and outdoor recreation of all types is really the heart of our mission. And what we're doing today is really kicking off an enhancement to that mission to extend the hours and the types of programming that we do with youth all across the urban areas here in Massachusetts. So we're especially pleased to be here at Roberts Park in Dorchester. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for hosting us. This is a city facility that we're at today. And I also want to make a very large shout out and thank you to Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito, because it's their leadership that really 3 years ago launched this Summer Nights program to make sure that we had programming and things for kids to do in the evenings, get them off the streets, cooperating with others, playing with others, learning from others, creating from others, and doing all those things that we want our youth to be involved in today. So thanks so much for all of our project partners. I particularly want to call out our partner attendees who are here at the playground today. From the PIM project, we have Leroy Peoples, who you'll hear from in a few minutes. Big Time, Anthony Seymour, Tony Hurst are here. From Score for More's Liz Miranda, who I saw earlier. Yeah, there's Liz. Liz, nice to see you. Jerron Greaves is also here from Score for More. From the Lawrence Boys and Girls Club, we have Andrea Nahigan, who's right here in the back in the blue. Urban League of Springfield couldn't be with us, but we have our thanks and shout out to Henry Thomas, who's the president and CEO of the Urban League, and also our partners from the State Police. They are very, very important partners for us with this program, and here is Major Richard Ball and Captain Joseph King from the State Police. And they are very important partners in this. This is really one of the best things that we do at DCR in cooperation with our partners for the youth of our urban areas. And we really appreciate your involvement and encouragement. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Secretary of Energy and Environmental Affairs, Matthew Beaton. Matt?
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Thank you all for the opportunity to be here once again. And the Commissioner did a great job of summarizing the event, the amount of partnership that comes behind such an event, and sets the stage for a wonderful summer for so many to enjoy. But one point that he really nailed down was the leadership of Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito, because it was their idea to make sure that we provide and maximize the opportunities throughout the summer, especially as July and August and days like today start to kick in. It's hot, and today is a really special day for this to really kick in and settle in, because today is the 200th birthday of Henry David Thoreau. And he is a very special person to all of us at EEA and certainly at DCR, with Walden Pond, his home for 2 years, 2 months and 2 days, being a DCR asset. And he was very much the leader of the conservation and the movement to get outside and outdoors and appreciate being outdoors. And that is exactly what this event is all about. Certainly Thoreau had a setting in a wooded area in a pond, but his message of getting outside, disconnect, shut the computer off, shut the TV off, put the phone down, get out here, shoot some hoops, play some ball out back, run around the track, do whatever you got to do. Just get outside, be healthy, be engaged, and have fun, and do it safely. That was Thoreau's message many, many years ago, and it continues to resonate in every corner of the Commonwealth. And that's why it's on a day such as today where we're celebrating Thoreau, it is really important to echo his message and how it relates to DCR's core mission and this event that we're here to celebrate today. So once again, I really would like to just thank all of the many partners who've made this program be successful, all of the folks in the Governor's office, our office at EEA, DCR, and all the partners listed by the Commissioner. It truly, truly is a monumental effort to put something like this together, a lot more work than you might think. And it's due to that great work and that dedication by many that we were able to provide these extended hours. So thank you all very much for the opportunity to be here. And now it is my great honor and great pleasure. Next time, I think I need to give him, to introduce to you this man, the man behind me here, but I need to give him a memo of the weather, because I'm dripping in sweat, and he's in a suit here, and it's impressive. I don't know how he does it. Cool as a cucumber. But he is your governor and a firm supporter of all of our missions at EEA and DCR, and is the driving force behind the extended hours that we are here to celebrate today. And that person is your governor, Charlie Baker.
Thank you very much, Matt. Let me just start, first of all, by thanking the mayor for hosting us here today, and I also want to thank Secretary Beaton and Commissioner Roy, Tony from our office, and especially the partners who were involved in helping us pull this off for the past 3 years. And I'm going to be very brief. I'm simply going to say that I got 3 kids. My 3 kids are always, when they were young, looking for things to do in the summer. I was a kid once. I was looking for things to do. This really was no more complicated than that. This was about trying to come up with a series of programs and initiatives, working with a lot of folks in the local community and others to put together a series of events and happenings and possibilities in pools, playgrounds, and parks across the Commonwealth for kids and for their families. And that's really what this has been about since the beginning. We're thrilled to be able to do this for the 3rd year. We're thrilled to have so many terrific partners working with us, and we're thrilled that so many folks have taken advantage of this over the course of the last several years. And we look forward to a wonderful summer, one in which everybody has a chance to get outside, do their thing, have a good time, make some friends, and truly enjoy the summer heat here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Thank you very much.
I was waiting for the governor to introduce me, but that's all right. You know, forget about it.
By the way, I'd like to introduce our host. And by the way, I also want to say Representative Holmes managed to wear a suit today, and he looks pretty cool. So I'm not going to worry about the fact that I overdressed for this. But I do want to just say how much we appreciate the many opportunities we have to work with the mayor and his team on so many issues across the city of Boston. He is a true partner in many ways, and we really enjoy at every level, all the way down to the staff, the chance and the opportunity we have to work together. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much, Gov, and I appreciate this program. Let me just, before I get into the program, I want to thank all the folks that are here. Commissioner Roy, for your great work at DCR and the partnership you have. Secretary Beaton, as I said before, we served together in the House of Representatives, and Matt's done an incredible job. Certainly Representative Russell Holmes, who's all over this area, all over this neighborhood. Thank you, Leroy, for the great work you do, not just with the program, but for the city. All the guys standing behind me. State Police and Boston Police as well. Thank you as well for your great work. To the young people that are here, thank you for being here today. That's why we're here. We're here to make sure that we continue the great programs that are happening. This program that we're talking about today, as was mentioned several times now, is a creation of the governor. The other day, last week, when we were going through some issues with shootings in the city of Boston, and there was a lot of press coverage on it, I had a conversation. The governor called me. I think it was Sunday night. We spoke at 11 o'clock at night on the phone, and we talked about what can we do. He said, what can we do as a state? Actually, this was a week ago. What can we do as a state? A week ago last Thursday, actually, it was. What can we do as a state to help out? And I said, well, let's have the meeting and let's think about what we can do. And one of the results was obviously this Summer Night Initiative, investing in our young people, the health of our young people, the safety of our young people for the 3rd straight year. It was also talking about how do we work with the courts, how do we work with DCF, DYS actually I should say. And that's what the governor said, and that's why we're here today. We hear about how do we create good, safe opportunities for our young people. This program, on top of what we're already doing in the city, and a lot of it is a partnership. Summer jobs, partnership with the state, partnership with the Representative Russell Holmes and other folks, making sure we have funding to be able to put in a summer job program. The 5th quarter summer learning. It's a program that we're working with our businesses to make sure that young people don't lose anything when it comes to education in the summertime. Our street worker program, which some of our street workers are behind us, but working collectively together. Free daily programs at parks, at BCYF centers. Again, this is a partnership that we work very closely. Our BCYF centers are open. They used to close earlier in the summertime. I think it was 5 o'clock we closed. We opened until 9. Our commissioner is here, Will Morales, working again with the state. our teen academy, the Boston Police Department Teen Academy, our Operation Exit graduation tonight. All of these programs are programs that we need to continue to move forward. That's exactly what DCR is doing with this program. They're adding and keeping the importance of making sure that we have good programming. Captain Hussein is here. I want to thank the captain for being here. Captain Hussein knows and understands how important this program is with DCR. And it's not about state and Boston. It's about collectively working together. Pastor Dickerson's here. I want to thank Pastor Dickerson. Again, a friend of the governor. We both know the importance that he does walking these streets at night when he's out here talking about not just on nights where there's a violent act, but when there's not a violent act, Pastor Dickerson's often out in the street. This program means extending hours for special programs all over the state, including right here in Roberts Park. So again, we're having the state help us and able to keep the young people, and you see many of them around here, busy. So this park is a great place to enjoy the summer. One thing, I'll end with this, and then I get a chance to introduce the state representative. When I think it was Commissioner Roy talked about this park and thanked us for using this park. We're proud of this park because when teams come here to play our football teams, it's like they come to the suburbs and they see a real first-class field here. So we want them at least to enjoy the experience of playing on a good field when they come here and play. But I want to thank the governor and DCR and Matt and Lieutenant Governor for their commitment. I also want to thank State Representative Russell Holmes because during this funding, it's about getting the funding through the legislature to be able to support these programs. It's a partnership, and we often see and read about the disagreements in the paper or the disagreements with the budget not being voted in time and this and that. But incorporated in that budget, there's a lot of good things, and this is one program that's very good for the city of Boston. And one of the champions we have at the State House is State Representative Russell Holmes, who works with us we want to address the violence before it happens. We don't want to be reactive all the time, and this is a program that is helping us to reduce the violence so that it doesn't happen. So I'd like to ask Russell Holmes to come on up here and say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I, too, want to thank the governor and the mayor for bringing the event right here into the district. I walked the park just a couple weeks ago and called the commissioner and said, hey, we need to clean up the park, and he came right out and cleaned it up, so I hope it wasn't as bad as it was before we planned here. But here's what I know. I know that we can build these parks, but if we don't bring the programming to them, then these parks are not used by the folks that we want to have in the park. And so when you have a program like today, it encourages all the young to be here, but it also encourages us to be reminded that this is a park for everyone and not for the folks who are just choosing to hang out. And so I'm thankful for the commissioner. It was also good to see, I have two classmates and just people who I know from when I was young. I played football with Hearst when I was in high school, and my classmate from the legislature is the secretary, and just knowing who they've been all the time we've known each other, it's just good to come together on things of this nature. I want to just recognize Andrea Baez as well for all the things that she does for bringing kids here. One of the things that I think was great from the mayor's team was Kathy. When Kathy was looking at what should we do about this park, for those who don't know, that little playground there is relatively new. Those were city dollars, but the state came in, we added a couple $100,000, and one of the things that we wanted to do was to make sure that, yes, we've done all these great things behind us, but still the connectivity to Washington Street just didn't exist. And so just making it now so that you are now going to be enticed to come into the park and not just have this wonderful playground back here and people just walking down the street doesn't know it exists. And so we're doing things of that nature. And so I want to say, Mayor, thank you for your team. Get Kathy to work on some other things, because what's been great is that she's been incorporating all the conversations. I want to give out a shout out as well to Pastor Dickerson and to Will Dickerson and all of B3, the sergeants and everyone else in the community service office. It is you who come out even when there are no cameras here to make sure that we can do the things, Captain, that are important to our neighborhoods. And so just the small things of being here for the conversation with Unity this week, being here about what we're going to do something small. Let's be crazy about the small things, because the small things grow into larger things later. So thank you, Captain Hussein, for all that you do. About 3 weeks ago or so, Hearst, Anthony Seymour, oh, here he is, Hearst, Seymour, and Leroy came and said, hey, I have an idea that I want you to pitch to the mayor and to the gov. And I did not know 2 or 3 weeks later they were going to be here with us in part of this incorporation. But we want to expand this to not just have it here in Roberts Playground, but to look at some of the other challenges we have at Norfolk, the other challenges that we have at Ronan Park, and definitely looking at Almont Park, which is another place. If we can do these simple things of have a cookout, have it so that all of the programming comes to not only this park, but all parks, that would be great. And so it's my pleasure to introduce Leroy, because he is one of the three that are working on making sure that we bring the services that are needed to our youth, and not just all youth, because there are some youths who are already very engaged, but to some of the folks who are the most challenged youth, to get them engaged and encouraged to do the right thing. So come on up, Leroy, and give us a conversation.
Thank you. Well, I personally want to make sure I shout out and give thanks to you, Mr. Commissioner. Really appreciate the love. We had a conversation before this happened, and my name is Leroy, and people mix him up, call him Leroy, and they call me Roy, but we're going to keep that between us. And I want to make sure I thank Secretary Benton, because we had a offline conversation, and then you, Governor, Mr. Governor, because when you get to this level, we don't do this. So that's how I know that it's working. When I tell you that our program is on the ground, we are on the ground. So my heart goes out to you, Mr. Mayor, Governor, because when we're here, then I know we're touching who we have to touch, because we won't move. We're going to stay on the ground. And for these high administrations to get that low, that's how you know our city's working. And Mr. Holmes, just like you said, Russell, we reached out to him, and he came and met us at Dunkin' Donuts right on Morton Street. Those are the type of responses and things that we need. We're not asking for much. It's really easy to make this happen. And our partners that are here, we wanted to be able for community to come out and meet our trauma teams, to build with the Y, get with JRI, get some services. And we reached out to all the partners, and everybody showed up. But we could not have done it, Governor, if you didn't set the tone for it. So again, with my heart and my team behind me, we really appreciate all the love. And honest to God, we will not let you guys down. Thank you.
First of all, let me say, Governor, if your suit is too hot, we look like we wear the same size, we can change right now. Thank you. Thank you for your dedication. We believe in you. But also, I just want everybody to know, this is a start of a series of events that's going to take place throughout the city of Boston, throughout our parks, Almont, Walker's Park, Ronan. Had a great discussion with public safety, Dan Mulhern, Chris Bynum, and Will Morales about how do we move forward with creating safe zones for our parks. So we're in the talking right now down the pike. It's going to start July 22nd with Scoops and Hoops, which the city of Boston, the mayor, thank you for resourcing that whole event. And we're going to take it from there. So look forward and look down the line that we're going to be in every park, safe zone, One Hood Parks, and summer nights. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Mayor. Without y'all, this wouldn't happen. Thank you.
And my last role is to complete the speaking program, and to close, I just wanted to say thank you. Gentlemen, thank you for all that you've done, for all that you're doing every day. You got a quick glimpse of the partnership that exists here. It is a truly special thing to have the passion and the power on the ground, to have the support with great people like Representative Holmes, have such an awesome mayor doing so many great things to provide additional access throughout the whole summer and keep us safe, the commissioner, and certainly the governor and lieutenant governor and their leadership. So having all those pieces come together is truly a special thing, and I'm very proud to play a very small role in that. And on behalf of Governor Baker, Lieutenant Governor Polito, the mayor, and everybody involved here today, we wish you a very safe, happy, healthy, and I don't want to say most importantly, but equally importantly, fun summer. Get outside and have a good time. Thank you very much.